Boy, I thought Hurricane K was really going to make me laugh, make me look, and make me wonder why she doing the things that she did. But Hurricane K, it was really hard to watch. It was more like a train wreck. I'm not even capping. Welcome to Leah D TV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. Y'all, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm speechless. Y'all probably speechless. So y'all want to hear me run my mouth a little bit. So I'm here to do it. We're going to start off talking about Johnny and Bao. Starting off, the couples, they all go to their retreat, right? This is the retreat episode. So the couples will all be staying in close quarters. And this is what's supposed to make them grow closer, right? We'll see about that. So Johnny arrived to the retreat, and he was really dreading sleeping in the same room with his wife. He's like, well, where am I going to sleep? In the room with your wife? Duh. He's like, well, I don't know where I'm going to sleep. They're so annoying. Bao cooks everyone dinners for the night. You know, she's Chef Boyardee. And she got to prove to everybody that she ain't been capping about cooking Johnny them meals. And of course, they had Jose on the grill. Everybody sits down to eat, and Johnny sat next to his bestie, Jose, rubbing on his back and whatnot. I see you there, Johnny. Johnny says that things between him and Bao are a little bit bumpy. How about very bumpy, Mr. Verbally Abusive? Bao says she's disappointed in not having a relationship, but really, she's disappointed in Johnny for playing in her face, okay? He wasted her time. She didn't come there to be played with, and that's pretty much all he's doing. So she also shared with the ladies that her dad was verbally abusive to her mom, and she grew up seeing that and really was like, ain't no ninja ever gonna talk to me crazy, period, sis. But she noticed that she has been letting Johnny really talk to her reckless, and she doesn't like it. I was really proud of Bao for how she stood up to herself when talking to the ladies, and she's just like, I'm not about to stand for this. And I was like, you go, Bao. You go, girl. So later in the episode, we see Johnny talking to Bao, and they're both like, yeah, we had a great trip because we didn't talk to each other. That's very telling that y'all shouldn't be together. Johnny admires that Bao had a good time on vacation, even though, you know, he's Mr. Miserable and he probably wanted her to be a little bit like him. But, you know, she made the most of it. She wasn't pouting that Johnny wasn't talking to her. She just ignored his ass. And it was really pleasant to see. Moving on, let's talk about Mirla and Gil. So Mirla and Gil had a pretty decent episode. We start off, Mirla walked into the retreat and she was just like, I am not used to living with these type of humans. All these humans are going to be in my personal space. It was so funny how she was saying, just calling everybody humans and they're in her space. It was so funny. She's such a princess. I can't even tell. Her and Gil went on this cute little horse riding date. Gil says he was a little scared, but he faced his fears for his wife because Mirla, surprisingly, wanted to ride horses and said she's familiar with riding horses. Shocked the heck out of me. I was like, Mirla not gonna want to get on no damn horse. But she did. I was like, okay then, Mirla. And Gil got on his horse. I just want to say that he was looking thick. As per usual. He got them cakes. Thighs. Whatever else y'all looking for. Cakes. Yeah. Gil got them. So they get off the horses. And Gil was like, you know, that was fun. That was fun. And Mirla was like, well, I wish the trail was longer. And I wish, you know, we could go a little faster. And he was like, do you complain about everything? He don't like that complaining. Leave it to Gil to point that out. So she was like, I don't complain about everything. And he was like, you do. And Mirla is very much an adult. She was just like, it's noted and I'll work on it. That's all she can do. She can't change overnight. Obviously, Gil, you like it because you rub it on her feet and trying to get kisses and whatnot. So don't complain now, child. You love it. You love it there. Of course, we appreciate Mirla working on it, but that takes time. They didn't give me a lot, so I'm just gonna move on from them. Next, let's talk about Brett and Ryan. We see Ryan driving to the retreat, and Brett confronts him about what his sister said as far as his intention being somewhere else, to the point where he's not full all into the marriage. So he was really like, why would she snitch like that? That's the vibe he was giving me, like, what would make her say that? And Brett was just like, well, she wasn't necessarily saying this is what's happening, definitely, but it was just like her observation of why you might not be all into this relationship. So he's like, yeah, no, that's not the case. I think it still is. And he's like, well, doesn't my actions speak louder than my words? He went on and on about I go by actions, and I let actions speak for me, and words don't mean nothing. I go by actions. Child, whole time, no, you don't, because your words was saying something else at the retreat, baby. And it wasn't matching with your actions. So he really made Brett feel bad in the car. He was just like, why don't you should know. You should know that I don't like you. I mean, my actions give off I don't like you. You can't tell. I shouldn't have to say I don't like you. Well, we're not 8.5. So, yeah, you can verbalize what you're feeling as well. That'd be nice. It wouldn't hurt. We like to hear it. We like to hear I don't like you. That's what we like to hear. Child, jumping down Brett's throat. You better leave Brett alone. I don't appreciate it at all. They made it to the retreat lastly. The group got Brett cookies with Baxter's name on it. I thought that was so thoughtful. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like, really sweet. And Ryan could never, baby. When the group really like was thoughtful like that and really gave her something to make her feel, a little bit better about her loss, it just made me realize that Ryan, it's probably not good enough for Brett. Like, he did not do nothing like that. And if he did, we didn't see it, and he should have made sure that we did. He should have did something grand where the producers was like, oh, we gotta add this to the show, because that was nice. Like, we need to see grand gestures like that. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. We didn't see it, so I'm just going to assume he didn't do much for her. Johnny asks Ryan and Brett, how are you guys going to sleep? What's y'all sleeping arrangements? Real weird. Johnny thinks everybody's supposed to be miserable like him. After Johnny asked that, Ryan was like, yeah, we could sleep together. I'll sleep with Brett. And Brett was like, negative. It's not going to happen. I was like, yes, Brett. Give me life over here with my bonnet and oversized t-shirt on, please. Because he thought you was going to be okay with the okie doke. No, negative. I'm not sleeping with you. Bert was in her confessional like, do you want to have a sleepover? Are you going to sleep on the floor? I sleep on the bed? Like, should we paint each other's toes? Should we have a tea party? Because, baby, ain't no sleepovers over here, period. We don't sleep together at home, so you know it ain't going down over here. He was like, well, I thought we could sleep together. She made a real stank face, like his feet stank. She was like, I wasn't thinking that, baby. Yes, Brad, gather him like a ponytail in front of people. I got time for Ryan. Ryan was trying to put on a front like they all hunky-do-gory, and they not. Miserable Johnny know it, and Brett let him know we don't give a damn. Al says, well, how about the ladies sleep together and the men sleep together, since y'all like to be together, men, y'all can do what y'all do together. And the girls was all for it. I was like, oh, this was a great idea. This is perfect. Yes. So Ryan and Johnny decide to, I guess, rock, paper, scissors over the couch, and the girls go sleep. Like, what do you mean? That's what y'all like. Brett told the ladies that she's herself 100% of the time from jump. And if she gets any type of pushback or feels rejected at all, she pretty much goes away. I can relate. That's how I am. I sprinkle myself onto you to see how you react to little things I do, because I could be crazy. I give you a little bit, and then say, okay, he's still here. So let me give you a little bit more. Oh, okay, you still here. Okay. You not built weak. Okay, now here's all of Leah. Here I go. Boom. How you like it. And if you can withstand that, then baby, you can withstand anything, period. Ryan, Brett, and Bao and Johnny went to go shoot some guns. Why? I don't know. And I don't know why Ryan thought Brett would be down for that. Brett's a city girl like me, period. A city girl. So yeah, she wasn't trying to be hearing all them loud popping noises, child. He was like, I thought we could do this together. Do you even know what she likes to do, Ryan? Don't seem like it at all. You just assuming she would want to do that. So then when he's popping off his gun and whatnot, and little Bao went up there and popped her gun too. I was like, go ahead, Bao. Brett was telling Johnny that she feels like Ryan be really beating around the bush. And he do. He doesn't say he doesn't want to sleep with her because she's nasty and he don't like her. He says, oh, I can't sleep that great with you. I just can't sleep. Stop beating around the bush and say what it is. I can't stand it. Later on, Brett told Ryan that his actions don't line up with his words, period. Brett asked Ryan, why would you think we're going to sleep in the same room here? Ryan said, oh, I was trying to be an adult about the situation and not make a scene. A scene? What are you talking about? You mean be realistic? That's a scene? Realistic? Trying not to be like everything is hunky-do-gory? Because it's not. He only wants to be lovey-dovey on vacation. He was lovey-dovey on the honeymoon. Now he want to come here and act like things is perfect. Child, we can't live a honeymoon all the time. We got to go back to Houston sometimes. Child. Anyway, Brett calls him out on his boo-boo. She was just like, you know what? You want me to call you out, but you think honesty is negative. Honesty is not negative. Honesty is honesty. And I'm so glad she did that. Ooh, I was waiting for it. And I'm very satisfied. So then later on, Ryan was just like, well, I'm not gonna assume my actions is all I need to do. Yeah. You've been doing it the whole episode. I believe it when I see it. But if y'all remember like the first episode previews, we seen Ryan saying he loves somebody and he can't imagine his life without her. I thought it was Brett. But now, damn it, I don't know who he was talking about. I never know. Now, it could be that Ryan develops feelings for Brett. That would blow my muffin cap back blue. And I would just be like, wow, what a 180, child. Wow. It could be that. I feel like Ryan is realizing like Brett is not that bad. And if you lose her, you're really going to feel like a jerk off. And I don't really think he wants to feel like a jerk off. So we shall see, child. Moving on, let's talk about the stars of tonight's episode, Michaela and Zach. Child, I got so much on them. I'm going to try to do it real precise and delicate. Because, whoa. Okay, so we see Zack in the beginning of the episode, and he's saying how him and Michaela made up, and they're going to go on the retreat together, but he hasn't seen her since the last blow up when she moved out. So before she came back, he was just like, I hope she apologizes. And he was sitting at the piano looking like Avant, and I was just like, Zack is sweet. He really is. He's a sweetie. And he just wanted an apology. So y'all know Hurricane K came in and she was like, you ready? He was like, yeah, you got your stuff? And she was like, yep, I'm ready to go. No hug. No, I'm sorry. No kissing. None of that. Just, yeah, I'm ready to go. So anyway, child. Zack decides to stop somewhere before they actually get to the retreat. And he stops at like this little farm with llamas or something of that nature. And they walk, and he basically wants to hash out, like what led to that fight. Let's work through it a little bit more. Because he says he doesn't get over things as quick as Michaela does. As they were walking, I was just noticing that they were walking really far apart from each other. Their vibe is so weird to me. It's like they have conversations behind the scenes, and then sometimes they'll have conversations on the scene, and you just don't know if they're hot or cold at any point. So they go by the llamas or whatever they are. Zack was like, what do you think we do well in this relationship? And Michaela was like, I don't know. Sure. At that moment, you could have thought of something you do well. It seems like y'all like to have a lot of sex. Maybe y'all do that well. So they get really playful and, she plays with the animals, whatever feeds them. And Zack asks, well, are we going to sleep together on the retreat and we're going to share a bed? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, good. I'm excited about that. She's like, why? Like, because we'll always have fun. You have fun sleep? What y'all be doing in the bed? I'm watching y'all. They arrive at the retreat, right? They're the first ones there. And at dinner, they said that they were great. They were in a good space. And they actually were. But I don't know why they don't tell the couples that there are really ups and downs with them. Because it's not always great. And that's how I think they want to make it seem like, oh, we're great. We're great. We're great. We're great. But really, it's ups and downs with them. And it's nothing wrong with that, but, you should be transparent. So what really was the kicker at this first dinner was Michaela and a little bit of Zack giving advice to the other couples. I said, well, I'll be damned. Anything is possible. Y'all giving advice? Because Johnny, y'all know Johnny. He was like, we're going through it. I just don't know. Yeah, Johnny. Y'all gonna say no on decision day. We got it. Ryan basically co-signed they were going through issues as well. Mirla playfully said, we're getting a divorce. We know y'all are good. Jose and Rachel, y'all in play land until Jose blows up again. And then y'all won't be good. Michaela and Zach was the only ones that played like they were good. And it made it seem like they were in the position to give advice. Now we see that was a hell no. As Michaela was sitting around the women, she was just like, we're good, we're great, we're great. Whole time Bao is looking, and saying, oh, I'm envious because they're so great. Are you now? What's real tea is that Bao's probably dating Zack right now as we speak. Shabba. She was envious and whole time got the man, took the man. Probably laid the man out and did what needed to be done, and now they together, child. I can't take it. Zack explains to the guys that Michaela moved out the other night and he knew that she wanted him to stay, but he still left. With them, it's so much tit for tat. Is so hard to watch. It's like y'all are the most immature couple I've ever seen on here. It's like, who can hurt each other more? Who will win this debate? And in a marriage, it's not healthy if you're like that, It could be like that, but it won't last. And that's them to the T. So I don't know why he left if he knew she wanted him to stay. It's like annoying as a mug. So Zack and Michaela are on the couch, and Zack says he's been consistent this whole time. Michaela says she's been the only one trying. Zack says that they talked about getting a divorce the night before and decided that they would get back together after they get a divorce. Did that make sense to you? Yeah, it didn't make sense to me either, but this is what they said. So Michaela says that marriage is hard work, and she doesn't feel like they were prepared for what marriage actually is. Zack says, hold your horses there, cowgirl, okay? Marriage is not hard, all right? Marriage is hard with you, period. He's like, I knew marriage would be hard. But the fact that I'm married to you and it's this hard is really not what I'm here for. So then Michaela's like, well, if marriage is so hard to me, right? Then why would you want to be in a relationship after this is over? Zack says the circumstances would be different. Michaela loses her rabid mind, hops up and says, I can't! Oh my God! So immature. It's ridiculous. Zack is just looking like, what in the entire fudge is going on? Zack says his inner self is asking himself, why are you there, Zachary? Leave her in the dust. This is what Zack is telling himself. Michaela asks Zack, are you ready for marriage? Zack says, I'm ready for marriage, just not with you. That really stung. Like, I was just like, wow, that's the energy y'all giving each other? That's wow. It's like they're trying to hurt. Who can hurt? And I seen the hurt was coming when she was like real condescending with when he was like, okay, I've been consistent this whole time. She really condescendingly was like, yep. Her face was like, yep, you've been the same the whole time. And he was like, well, now this is trying to hurt her. Well, what do you think you've done? Or something to that nature. And she was just like, well, I'm the only one trying. He was like, you're the only one trying. And then it started. It's just like they bounce off each other with the negativity. It's really hard to watch. They out petty each other and they're very toxic together. I really want them to go their separate ways on decision day because it's not, nobody should go through that for the rest of their life. Zack says that I can't do this anymore. I want to go. I just want to get up and go. And she's like, well, go. Bye. Y'all know what Michaela do. See you later. So he gets up and leaves. And he's just like, I'm tired of this. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm tired of this stuff. And yeah, he gets up and leaves. Bao comes out to try to consult Michaela. Michaela acts very much, I ain't trying to diagnose nobody. But I'm going to just say she has highs and she has lows. Now, y'all might know what I'm talking about, but she acts like that. Michaela says she needs to stop self-sabotaging, but you've been doing that since the beginning. So what are you stopping for now? You might as well keep at it. Keep at it. Keep going. I think she's just not stable and needs to be on some type of medication and get some type of therapy. So later that night, they get in bed, and Michaela is creepily smiling at Zack, and Zack is on his phone. It's very creepy how she was looking at him. And she was like, so what'd you think of today? And Zack goes on to say, the conversation they had earlier really wasn't acceptable to him. And Michaela's just like, well, what are you mad about now? And Michaela tells him to leave, right? She tells him to go ahead and go. Zack was saying that if you want me to go, then I'm going to leave tonight. I'm not going to stay. Here we go with the out petty each other, out hurt each other. Who can hurt each other more? And he's like, well, I'm going to leave tonight if you want me to go. And she's like, go. She kept saying that whole time. She got abandonment issues. Make it make sense. Zack says, I'll leave if you want me to. Michaela keeps pushing him away. Go. He says, we came together. I shouldn't leave without you. She's like, no. You can leave. Bye. This is Michaela. Zack is really looking at her like, seek help, baby. Seek therapy quickly. He was really side-eyeing her, and so was I. She's telling him to go, but got abandonment issues. Michaela, baby, you shoulda. Therapy is a tool you should use and utilize. Now, I don't know if you were doing it yet, but it's something we all can use. So Zack says, well, I don't want to leave, but you're telling me to go. Michaela says, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were leaving. And, well, I'll leave with you. I'll leave. Here we go with the ups and the downs. Zack says, but you just told me to leave. Then Michaela calls her sister because she's the baby. And says, oh, Zack's going to leave. Can you come pick me up? And Zack talks to the sister because he's a gentleman and he doesn't want, her family to think he left her on the side of the street or something. Or that he's going to leave her at a retreat when he's offering her to take her back. And she keeps saying, go. I don't understand, Michaela. This scene was so needed because we got to see what Zack goes through on the daily. I didn't know if it was Zack or I didn't know if it was Michaela. But with this episode, I seen it's Michaela. Now, is Zack perfect? Heck no. His communication needs a lot of work, baby. But is he like Michaela, or does he trigger Michaela the way I thought he might? He doesn't. Michaela needs help. And that's true team. So, let's get back into this. So, Zack tells Michaela, 10 minutes ago, you said you would ride with me. Michaela says, when did I say I was going to ride with you? They had to show a flashback of her saying she was going to ride with him when she was in her upper state, baby, and not down. Zack gets up and packs because at this point, he's miserable, he's confused, he's probably tired, and he's just like, I can't deal with this no more. So I felt so bad for him. I was just like, he didn't deserve this. Like, Zack could really be treated really well by someone who's stable, possibly. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, y'all. So I will say that Michaela does remind me of my younger self. Younger self, y'all. Don't judge me. Where you feel as though, well, I'll just say this. I've pushed people away. And watching this show really held a mirror to my face of what possibly I could have been doing. Now, I wasn't running up and down the halls and knocking stuff over, all of that. But I have told people to go when I really didn't want them to go. That's something that you have to work on with yourself, learn yourself, talk to someone, preferably a therapist, and find out why you do those things. Because it's really pushing someone away when you don't even really want them to go. Zack isn't perfect, but I think his main thing is communication. As far as that up and down and behavior and off and on and unstableness, he doesn't contribute to that. Michaela does that all on her own. And she will do that with any guy she's with. Because Zack look good, baby. I'd be on my best behavior, child. Y'all playing. Zack tells Michaela that he has to remove himself, right? He's finally come to the realization that this isn't gonna work. Michaela says, well, I don't think you should drive this time of night in the countryside. I was like, what the heck? Is she his mama now? She says, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and then go. What's the point? You telling him, just 5 minutes ago, you was telling him, go, go, go. So now it's go to sleep, take a nap, and then get up and do it in the morning. She has so much pride, she don't even want to say, I don't want you to go. Baby, can we work this out? I'm sorry. She can't even do that. Michaela's broken. Can she be fixed? Absolutely. That's my sis. I'm never going to say, she can't be fixed. But Jesus. If you don't want him to go, don't make up some bum excuse about, it's the countryside, and it's dark, and take a nap, then go. You don't want him to go, period. So just say that. Stop with all the shenanigans. Zack stood his ground and he was like, listen, I appreciate your concern, but I'm leaving. Zack says this is too much. He begins to walk out, and as he's walking out and Michaela's walking behind him, we see little Bao peeking through the door like she a little girl. Michaela snatches his suitcase and pulls it into the room, and she's like, I'm petty, remember the seasoning? I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. She is really showing her unstable behind right now. Zack is really laughing at her, and he goes and gets his luggage, and he's just like, I need to go. So he walks out safely, thank God. And he tells the group, I'm leaving. I'll text you guys when I get home. And they're like, it's late, Zack. Are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'm about to go. So I guess Michaela comes out and stands by Zack's car, and he really begs to leave. I felt so bad for him. Ryan He was standing out there and he must have said this is not healthy or something under his breath. Child, what he say that for? Michaela was like, you go with him. I was like, she about to rip Ryan head off. All right. Brian's like, I will. Ryan, you don't want that smoke. You better simmer down now. Simmer down. Because Michaela was on 10. Michaela says, you get in the car. He's leaving. And Michaela runs past Ryan. She didn't beat him up, thank goodness. Goes back in the house, flips over benches, pulls on game tables, knocks stuff over, go in the room. The producer's in the room. She goes back towards the camera and says, get out! Yeah! Slams the doors in all of our viewers' faces. Well, that wasn't nice, Michaela. Yeah, so we found out from Bao that Michaela left the next morning. Her sister actually did come to pick her up. Bao says that she couldn't sleep because she was acting like a whack job the whole night. So now, of course, she couldn't sleep. The couple seemed a little in shock by how Zack and Michaela acted. A little bit in disbelief, but it just comes to show that they were the ones that were great in the beginning of the episode. And now look, child, don't believe nothing they say. Ain't none of y'all great for real. Literally none of y'all. Lastly, we're gonna talk about Jose and Rachel, because they didn't give nothing this episode. I mean, they literally showed them the last 5-10 minutes of the show, and I'm glad, because they don't be on nothing. They played nice this episode. Rachel says that if her and Jose were to ever get in a fight again like they did the other time, or like how Zack and Michaela got into it last night, she would really reconsider things. Well, you need to consider them, because it's gonna happen again. You thought that was y'all last fight? It's not. I can tell you that now. And then Jose don't even know how to fight clean, so be prepared for it to be dirtier, because now he know you gonna stay. So be prepared. He'll probably throw some Kool-Aid in your face next, child. Who knows? Rachel says that love is knowing how to talk to each other. Child, Rachel's so lost. She don't even know what she's talking about. Yeah, but that's not all. And Jose still don't know how to talk to you. So does he love you? Child, why? She can't even imagine fighting with Jose again. I don't know why. Because it's going to happen. And even Jose was like, it's going to be another blow up, baby. Don't even worry about it. Jose was realistic, because it is going to be. Now, hopefully it's not as bad as the first one. Hopefully little man learned his lesson, but it will be another one. So buckle your seatbelts, babies, because it's about to be a roller coaster. So that brings me to the end of my review. If you enjoyed the review, go ahead and give me a like. If you're not subscribed yet to the Kiki crew, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of my videos. And go ahead and comment what you thought of tonight's episode. Now, I mean it, y'all. I really need y'all to comment what you thought of tonight's episode. It was crazy. Hurricane K, I thought I'd be laughing and saying, what the heck? Enjoying myself and whatnot, kikiing and whatnot. And the whole time, I was in disbelief, clutching my pearls, honey. Embarrassed for women who look like me and Michaela. Ciao. Making us look like the angry black women. All right, so until my next review, I'll kiki with you soon. Ta-ta.